Okay, lesson 12. In the previous lesson, we learned how to say, give me, please give me, or I like to have, please, in Korean. Do you remember the expression? 주세요, 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 주세요. Please give me blank. I like to have blank. 주세요, blank, 주세요. And you use the expression in order to order something in a restaurant or to ask for more side dishes when you're eating. 김밥 주세요. 김밥 주세요. 김밥 please. 불고기 주세요. 불고기 주세요. 불고기 please. 김치 주세요. 김치 주세요. Please give us some kimchi here. In this lesson, let us have a look at how to say it tastes good, it is delicious, and also how to thank for a meal or food before and after meal. Ma, ma, ma. Ma, I think I'm saying it right. Ma means taste in Korean. Now, do you remember how to say there is or I have? Okay, I'm not looking. There is, so it exists. So 있어요. Yes, there it is. 있어요. In this expression, so 있어요. 맛있어요. It's delicious. I have taste. There is taste. It tastes good. Okay, it makes sense. 맛있어요. So, you may be wondering if I'm cheating. I'm not cheating. I literally, I have tunnel vision, man. I'm so focused. 맛있어요. 이거 맛있어요. This is delicious. 이거 맛있어요. This kimchi is delicious. 이거는 this or 이거 kimchi. Wait. 이거 kimchi는 or kimchi. We know it's a vowel. Right? Kimchi is a vowel. No. Okay, it's a topic. The topic. Kimchi. Is not E, so it has to be ka. 이거 김치가 맛있어요. No, I don't think that's right. I think I'll have to use a topic marker. So 은은 some 이거 or 이거는 김치가 맛있어요. 여기는 이 김치가 맛있어요. Let me see. dang it. 이거는 김치가 맛있어요.
Kimchi is delicious.
No, this kimchi is delicious.
This kimchi is good.
Yes, okay. So no subject marker. We don't need a subject marker. We need a topic marker. So 여기는 for the subject. the subject is kimchi. Kimchi is good. So this kimchi is good. Kimchi. 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 김치는 맛있어요.
Kimchi is delicious.
I don't know. I don't remember, man. I'm close to it. I'll learn. 저 케이크 저 케이크 맛있어요. That cake over there is good. Delicious. 삼겹살 Korean barbecue 맛있어요. 삼겹살 맛있어요. 뭐가 맛있어요? What's delicious? There isn't, or I don't have 없어요. Yes, 없어요 is up. I'm sorry. Hold on. I totally forgot. Alright. Yes, 없어요 is the expression. So it's 맛 and 없어요. You get the expression. So 맛있어요, it has this. 맛없어요. It doesn't have this. 맛없어요 is not this. 맛있어요. 맛없어요 is not 맛없어요. So I am sorry. I say I'm sorry is not good. So would you use 죄송합니다. 여기는 말 없어요. I'm sorry. This is not good. That would be so rude. Okay. Nope. That's a pronunciation. 말 없어요. The last letter is whatever this is. I don't know. Then it's followed. Wait. Changes when it is not followed by a word. It's pronounced as T. Mat. When it's followed by 있어요, if you're an S. So 맛있어요, making it 맛있어요. When it's pronounced like 없어요. It pronounces D sound, so it'll be 맛없어요. 이거 맛있어요? 이 차 맛없어요. 안녕하세요. 이거 맛있어요? 이 차 맛없어요. 이 차 맛없어요. 이 차 맛없어요. 맛없어요. 이 차 맛없어요. 이 차 맛없어요. 여기 맛없어요. 여기 맛없어요. 여기 맛없어요. 이 차 맛없어요. Now you know how to say it's delicious or not delicious at the same time, which is hard to read. you can say today for a meal. Before and after. So I know before is 차 먹겠습니다. I think. 차 먹겠습니다. Yes. Because, you know, I watch shows. 차 먹겠습니다. 차 먹겠습니다. I am going to eat well, or I will eat well. Don't worry about the grammar that's used here, just learn the phrase as I sit for the time being. 잘 먹겠습니다. 잘 먹겠습니다. So 먹 is eat, 먹다 is eat, to eat, or just eat. 습니다, or yeah, or 니다 is do. So do eat. So I will. I don't know what I'm saying. And the expression is very frequently, used very frequently on Koreans when they are about to start eating meal. So, 잘 먹겠습니다. 잘 먹겠습니다. 잘 먹겠습니다. Usually, regardless whose favorite meal, but in case. Oh my god, that's gigantic. Alright. 잘 먹겠습니다. But in case someone in particular is paying for your meal, others just say 잘 먹겠습니다. To the person who 먹겠습니다. 잘 먹겠습니다. When you hear your friends, you say when you want to joke with your friends, you say 잘 먹을게, 잘 먹을게, 잘 먹을게. 잘 먹을게. 잘 먹을게. 잘 먹겠습니다. 먹었습니다. 잘 먹겠습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹겠습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹겠습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. I guess I can deal with that. So, okay, so I already know this, right? Like, please, that's pretty easy. I know that. 맛있어요. Pretty common phrases. I learned something new today. This one. even though it's kind of obvious if you know the words, but also, and then I know this. 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. Alright. Now, so that was lesson 12. So now we're gonna chill. Alright. We're gonna chill out and listen to lesson 12.
You're listening to Talk to Me in Korean. Thank you for studying with Talk to Me in Korean. For more Korean lessons and our textbooks, please
Hopefully it's not
visit
too long.
talktome.com.
So I gotta turn this down so that you can still hear me, because this is a commentary of it. It's a reaction commentary thing.
안녕하세요. Hello everyone. Hyun-san here.
안녕하세요. This is 경은.
And you're listening to Talk to Me in
The
Korean.
audio levels are about
and
the same,
we're joined
so
by James once again.
준석.
Junseok is his Korean name.
네, 안녕하십니까.
안녕하세요.
네.
Junseok.
Yes.
You're not allowed to say 안녕하십니까 here yet. For your reference, everybody, 안녕하십니까 is a very, very formal way of greeting people in a very formal setting. 안녕하십니까.
안녕하세요.
Yeah, so when you come to Korea, when you decide to buy your plane tickets bound for Korea, and when you board a Korean airline plane, the flight attendants might say to you,
안녕하십니까.
Yeah, so that was what James said at the beginning, 안녕하십니까, instead of 안녕하세요, but don't say 안녕하십니까 to your friends because you will sound weird. Anyway, we're not joined by Soyeon unfortunately today because she's in New York right now. So everybody, if you are in the New York area, please leave a comment for Soyeon in our teachers page. If you go to the teachers page, you can find a page specifically dedicated to Soyeon Lee. So you can leave a comment and Soyeon will see it. Maybe we can meet up.
When is she going to be there until?
She's going to be there until the end of February 2010. So if you're listening to our podcast, this one, before the end of February, please leave a comment and contact her. She's a very pleasant person to be around.
Per se?
hold on. 9 years ago? Are you kidding? Hold on. This is wait.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, I wish I was in New York right now. That way I
Well.
could hang out with her.
Same here. I
This
mean,
is-
not so that I could hang out with her, but just to be in New York. I hope Soyeon
This is
understands.
9 years
Hopefully not.
old. What the
I know she
heck?
will.
This
So
is
today,
so
Hyun,
weird.
what are we going to study in this lesson?
In this lesson, let us have a look at how to say it tastes good,
It tastes good.
is delicious, and also how to say
맛있어요.
thanks for a
맛있어요.
meal or food before and
맛없어요.
after the meal.
Exactly.
맛없어요.
So, in case our
진짜.
listeners want to know what they are before we go into the details, what is
네.
it tastes good in Korean?
죄송합니다.
맛있어요.
How about it's
맛있어요.
not very delicious?
맛없어요.
맛없어요.
So, how do you show your appreciation for a meal?
잘 먹겠습니다.
잘
And after you've eaten
먹었습니다.
everything?
잘 먹었습니다.
Okay, so that is what we're going to
잘
learn and
먹었습니다.
practice.
잘
But before we go
잘
into any more
먹었습니다.
detail, everybody, do you remember how to say please give me or I would like to
주세요.
have something?
네네네네.
What is
주세요.
it?
주세요.
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 Hang on. In the
주세요.
previous lesson, you were arguing with
Yeah.
James over
Yes.
those gloves, those ugly gloves.
Yeah.
Did you get them? James, you're not supposed to hit me here.
Actually, you know what? He told me he would give me, but he didn't give me.
The gloves?
Yeah, until now.
You don't need them.
Yeah, right. It's ugly and looks so dirty. I don't want it.
James, but I need them. I do need them. So 장갑 주세요.
장갑은 있어요.
You do have them, but you can't give them to me.
After you said those harmful words, I don't think I can give them to you now.
Okay, then what can you give me?
글쎄요. I can give you some time.
Okay, give me some time and please spend the next 10 minutes with me and help us explain how to say it's delicious, it tastes good, and thank you for the meal before and after the meal, okay?
네.
Alright.
So 경훈 누나.
네.
So we went to a great restaurant and ate lunch today,
Yeah.
and it was really delicious.
Yes, it was really, really, really delicious because you treat me.
So how would I say taste in Korean?
You can say
맛있어요. 맛.
맛.
And how would I say this tastes good?
You can say 맛있어요.
맛있어요.
Yeah, by putting 맛, taste, and 있어요 together, you get the expression
맛있어요.
맛있어요, which means it's delicious.
맛있어요.
맛있어요.
여러분, when I first started learning Korean, I used to say 맛 있어요, which
맛
kind of
있어요?
맛 있어요, which kind of sounds a little
맛있어요.
strange. So
맛있어요.
instead of saying
맛있어요.
맛 있어요, you say 맛있어요. So you take the shiat from 맛 and
The
you
shiat.
combine it with 있어요 to make 맛있어요.
Yeah,
맛있어요.
exactly.
맛있어요.
The word
맛있어요.
shiot is actually the name
shiot.
of the last letter that you see in this word, a
shiot.
Korean word for taste, which is mat. So if you look at it and if you read it as is on its own, it's just mat and you stop the sound there. But if you have a vowel that follows
맛있어요.
right after it,
맛있어요.
it is like kind of linked, connected in a nice, smooth way, and it becomes 맛있어요. 맛있어요.
You explained that way better than I did.
Well, thank you. Well, actually, I have to thank you for pointing that out. Because as a Korean person, it doesn't come to me as a difficult part because it is something that I'm too used to, right?
Right.
So many of my
맛있어요.
foreign friends who are learning Korean like yourself, they say 맛 있어요, but how should you pronounce it naturally?
맛있어요.
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 Everybody, I hope you're
맛있어요.
repeating after us as we're speaking.
맛있어요.
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 맛있어요. 맛있어요.
맛있어요.
맛있어요.
맛있어요.
So, Hyunwoo, what do you think is 맛있어요? What is your favorite dish?
To me, my mom's cooking
맛있어요.
is, of course, the most delicious food I can ever think of.
맛있어요.
But since I'm not
맛있어요.
living with her,
맛있어요.
I have to choose which restaurant to go to every day, and I usually end up choosing chicken. Chicken 맛있어요. Chicken is actually one of those words that you can just change the pronunciation of the word slightly, and you can make it into the Korean word.
Right, it's not chicken, it's chicken.
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 If you can read the Korean alphabet, Hangul, and if you walk around and read some signs on the street, you will see a lot of places that have this name. Chicken. Chicken and pizza, hamburger. So chicken is one of those words, and I happen to love chicken. Chicken 맛있어요.
치킨 맛있어요.
네.
치킨.
James, you think so too?
네.
맛있어요?
네, 맛있어요.
Okay. Then James, what is not delicious for you? Not 맛있어요 for you.
I like everything. There's nothing that I can't eat.
Really?
Really.
The other day I went to a restaurant, not a restaurant, a bar, and on the menu they had 인삼
맛없어요.
튀김.
인삼 튀김?
Yeah, 인삼 튀김.
Insan, that's ginseng, right?
Ginseng, yeah. They had 인삼 튀김, fried ginseng.
That sounds really good.
Really?
Yeah, really delicious.
I just shivered even at the thought of it. Okay, I'll ask 경은 what she doesn't like. 경은,
네.
to you, 뭐가 맛있어요? What is delicious for you?
뭐가 맛있어요?
김밥 맛있어요.
김밥 맛있어요?
네.
Me too, 김밥 맛있어요.
네, I really like it.
How about something that you don't like? 뭐가 not 맛있어요?
굴이요.
굴이요?
네.
굴?
I hate it.
You hate 굴?
Yeah.
Oyster?
Oyster. Oh, disgusting.
I like it.
I hate it.
So everyone, what kind of food do you hate eating? What is not delicious for you? Do you have something in mind? If so, we will introduce how to say more accurately that something is not delicious. Not 맛있어요 is not really accurate.
맛없어요.
So 경은, how do you say that something is not delicious?
You can say 맛없어요.
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 If you
맛없어요.
remember from how to say
없어요.
something is delicious,
맛없어요.
맛있어요 is actually a combination of two words. One is 맛 and the other word is 있어요. What is 맛
Taste.
and 있어요?
That would be I have or there is.
Exactly. So 맛 있어요, 맛있어요 means
It is delicious.
exactly. In 맛없어요, 맛 means once again,
Mat is taste.
and 없어요.
Is there is none or there isn't any.
Okay, so in Korean, as you probably already know, 있어요 is to be there, and 없어요 is to be not there, to not exist. So when there is no particular taste in a food that you eat, you say it's tasteless.
맛없어요.
So it's
맛없어요.
맛없어요.
Mat
So it does not
But
have
James,
taste.
wait.
Okay.
We introduced earlier the rule of changing 맛 있어요 to 맛있어요.
Right.
But what's wrong here? Why are we saying 맛없어요 instead of 맛없어요?
I think in this situation, 맛 없어요 rather than 맛 없어요 sounds more fluent. 맛 없어요 is actually easier to say than 맛 없어요.
Exactly. So I always end up reading it as
This is why I don't
맛없어요,
close
and
it.
also
This is why
always
I
say
leave the
맛없어요
doors
instead of,
wide
well,
open.
I never say 맛없어요. No one would understand what I'm saying, and it's one of those words where you can't really understand how or why it is pronounced the way it is,
Right.
but it's just something that Korean people always do. So one of those irregularities.
So one of my friends took me to a good restaurant the other night, but he thought that I would not like the food there. We ate chokbar,
족발.
right? And
Chokbar.
chokbar in English is pig's feet,
Mhm.
and they're usually
Chokbar.
really spicy, right?
Yeah.
So because I am American, my friend thought, oh well, he will not think that this is any good. He will think that this is 맛 없어요.
Mhm.
So I proved him wrong
맛없어요.
when I ate almost as much as he did.
I see.
맛없어요?
So 족발 맛있어요?
네, 족발 맛있어요.
Well, there's a very good 족발 place that I know. Let's go sometime.
Let's go.
Okay, great. But
Let's
before we can say anything
go.
about any food, you have to eat it. But before eating
No,
something,
this is
there's a
9
phrase that
years ago?
Korean
No
people
way.
like to say, or sometimes say with a purpose. Yeah, let's have a look at that.
Right. So in Korean you say 잘 먹겠습니다, right?
잘 먹겠습니다.
Yes, but in English actually we don't often use this phrase. Sometimes we might say let's eat when we're gathered with family,
Mhm.
but usually when you're with your friends, once you get your food, you just start eating. right away.
Exactly. In Korea.
That this is 맛 없어요.
Mhm.
So I proved him wrong when I ate almost as much as he did.
I see. So 족발 맛있어요?
네, 족발 맛있어요.
Well, there's a very good 족발 place that I know. Let's go sometime.
Let's go.
Okay, great. But before we can say anything about any food, you have to eat it. But before eating something, there's a phrase that Korean people
잘
like
먹겠습니다.
to say or sometimes say with a purpose. Yeah, let's have a look at that.
Right. So in Korean you say 잘 먹겠습니다, right?
잘 먹겠습니다.
Yes, but in English actually we don't often use this phrase. Sometimes we might say let's eat when we're gathered with family,
Mhm.
but usually when you're with your friends, once you get your food, you just start eating right away.
Exactly. In Korea, you will find that your Korean friends that you're eating with might like want to wait for your food to arrive as well.
So actually, I was really surprised. One of my foreign friends didn't wait me, and he just started to eat. So I was really surprised because he didn't wait me.
I see, because you wouldn't do that,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I think I can really relate to that because I would definitely wait for the food that my friends ordered to come, even if my order came out like first. I wouldn't start eating right away because a meal is something that we share with everybody else
Yeah,
in our group. So I think it's a cultural thing. So when Korean people start eating together, just like James, you said that when a family has gathered around the table, somebody will say, let's eat. And it's not that everybody's going to repeat, let's eat all together, right? But there's this phrase, once again, what is it, Kyung?
잘 먹겠습니다.
잘 먹겠습니다.
잘
잘
먹겠습니다.
잘 먹겠습니다.
잘
literally means
먹겠습니다.
잘 means
It means well.
and 먹겠습니다.
It means
잘
I will eat.
먹겠습니다.
Exactly. So 잘 먹겠습니다 literally means well, I will eat. So it means I will eat well. Thank you for the food. I'm going to eat well and be happy because of the food. So you're thanking for the food. 잘 먹겠습니다.
Yeah, right.
잘 먹겠습니다.
Yeah.
Even though we're good friends and we're close to each other, we don't really have to thank for the food in front of our eyes every day.
Yeah, right.
We sometimes say 잘 먹겠습니다, right?
You sometimes say 잘 먹을게
I
to
see.
me.
Yeah, it's a casual way of saying 잘 먹겠습니다. So if you're eating with a Korean friend that is younger than you or you're very close to, you can say 잘 먹을게.
잘 먹을게. 잘 먹을게.
잘 먹을게.
잘 먹을게.
Instead of 잘 먹겠습니다.
잘
먹겠습니다.
먹겠습니다.
잘
잘
먹겠습니다.
잘 먹겠습니다.
But you said to me 잘 먹을게 on purpose,
어디서
right?
했어?
You mean with a purpose? Well, that's one of those tricks to save money
Yeah.
and make your friend spend money for you. So,
Yeah.
James, what do I mean?
So in Korean when you say 잘 먹을게, that implies that you are thanking your friends for buying a meal for you. Basically, you're hoping that they're going to treat you to the meal instead.
You're thanking for the food in advance
Exactly.
before even ordering or before the food arrives.
So Hyung, I guess you are trying to save a lot of money these days, right?
Yeah, well, Hyungwon is just nice. Whenever I say 잘 먹을게, she's like, oh, okay, please enjoy the food. It's on me.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
형은 누나 돈 있어요?
돈 있어요.
아,
아니요, 돈 없어요.
See, she's not very good at acting. Okay, so we've had Hyungwon promise to pay for us, and then we've
No,
had
I
our
didn't promise. I
food.
didn't say anything about it.
right. So me and Hyunwoo Hyung will definitely eat as much as we possibly can. Maybe even have some hanu.
Hanu, Korean beef, which
Yes.
is very expensive in Korea.
Very expensive and very delicious.
Very good, because it is grown and made locally.
Exactly.
It doesn't go through all the transporting process, so it is very, very fresh and good, but very, very
Hard to find.
well, not hard to find, but hard to find good ones,
Right.
and very expensive.
Yes.
You can easily end up paying more than you expected in a Hanu place, in a good Hanu place, Korean beef place. And after we've filled our stomachs, we can say
잘 먹었습니다.
Once again, 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 means
잘 먹었습니다.
To have eaten.
Yeah, it is a formal, polite way of saying I ate or I have eaten. So 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹었습니다.
잘 먹었습니다, 누나.
잘 먹었습니다, 경은 씨.
Okay, next time you guys owe me.
Okay, if we are still around.
Maybe more expensive one. Let me think.
Hyung, let's not go out to dinner with Kyung and Nuna again.
Or let's go to New York. Run away.
Oh my god.
That sounds like a great plan.
And then we can go to Soyeon's place and say 잘 먹을게.
I will send her email. And
A warning?
Yeah, let her know.
If we keep this up, we can eat for free for the rest of our lives.
여러분, everybody, 잘 먹겠습니다.
잘 먹겠습니다.
Yeah, I think we'll have to clarify in the comment or something that we're not this type of people usually.
Well, I am.
You are.
Yes.
Stay away from me. So everybody, we have learned how to say it is delicious, it's good,
맛있어요.
and it's not delicious, it tastes awful.
맛없어요.
맛없어요. 굴
맛없어요.
맛없어요.
Oysters are nasty to you?
Oh.
굴 맛있어요.
굴 맛있어요.
너무 맛있어요.
정말 맛있어요. They're very good
Very good.
and good for your
What?
skin.
Oh really?
Yeah, if you eat a lot of oyster,
Okay, I
you
have
will
to
look
try.
younger.
Okay, let's try.
Okay, and we've also learned how to say thank you for the food before eating the meal.
잘 먹겠습니다.
잘 먹겠습니다.
잘 먹을게.
잘 먹을게 to a friend. And also we learned how to say thank you for treating me. Thank you for the food.
잘 먹었습니다.
잘 먹었습니다.
잘 먹었습니다.
I always say this whenever I eat with my mom because I always 잘 먹어요. I always eat well when I eat what my mom makes for me.
Okay.
Although it's like less than 10 times a year. So everyone, thank you for listening once again, and if you have any questions, please ask us in the comment for this lesson, and be sure to pick up the free PDF lesson notes at talktomeinkorean.com.
And everyone, 뭐가 맛있어요?
뭐가 맛있어요? What is delicious to you?
Leave us comment.
Okay, we'll see you at talktomeinkorean.com.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요. Wait, 안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 가세요. I'm leaving. No, you're leaving. I'm staying. Alright, lesson 13. Alright, I'll be back. One, 20, Okay. In this lesson, you're going to study how to say I want to. In the previous lessons, you learned how to say something is delicious and also how to thank for food you're going to eat. 맛있어요. 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 It's delicious. 잘 먹겠습니다. Thank you for the food. I will enjoy it. But before you order something in a restaurant, you may ask what they want to, what your friends, what they want to eat, and also tell them what you want to eat. In English, you add the extra sentence want to before the verb, but in Korean, you change the end of the verb. But don't worry, it's not too difficult. 고 싶어요. So let's say 김치찌개고 고 싶어요. 김치찌개가 was 김치찌개. That's a lot of words. 김치찌개고 김치찌개고 김치찌개가 was 있어요 싶어요. I don't know. That's what people use 가다. So let's go. 가고 싶어요. 다 보고 싶어 먹다 먹고 싶어요. I know this. Okay, so you just take off the da. So this is the two. So it's just like Spanish. In Spanish, you have the AR at the end. That means it's to whatever. To whatever, and then you conjugate it. Just like Spanish. Pretty cool. 보다 보고 싶어요. Changing these words into the go 싶어요 is bad. What? alrighty. Okay. 맛있어요. It's delicious. 잘 먹겠습니다. Thank you for the food. I will enjoy it. 맛있어요. It's delicious. 맛없어요. 맛없어요. Wait, is it 맛없어요? 맛없어요. 맛없어요. 맛있어요. 맛없어요. 맛있어요. 맛없어요. 잘 먹겠습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. 잘 먹었습니다. 맛있어요. It's delicious. 맛없어요. It was not good. 잘 먹었습니다. I will enjoy it. 잘 먹었습니다. It was good. Before you order something, you might say you want to. Blank. go 싶어요. go 싶어요. 가고 싶어요. 가고 싶어요. 보고 싶어요. 먹고 싶어요. just 좋겠다. last letter in autumn. drop the ta at the last letter in Korean. In all Korean verbs. And add 싶어요. add 싶어요. to go. to go. 가다. 가고 싶어요. 가고 싶어요. I want to go. to see. 보다. 보고 싶어요. 보고 싶어요. 보고 싶어요. 보고 싶어요. 보고 싶어요. 보고 싶어. 보고 싶어요. This is what they say all the time. 먹고 싶어요. 먹고 싶어요. I want to eat. 뭐 먹고 싶어요? 뭐 먹고 싶어요? 햄버거 먹고 싶어요. 뭐 먹고 싶어요? 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 햄버거 먹고 싶어요. 뭐 먹고 싶어요? 햄버거 먹고 싶어요. 할 수 있어요. 더, more. Now that you know how to say, I want to eat it. I want to eat more. 먹고 싶어요. 햄버거 먹고 싶어요. 더 먹고 싶어요. 더 햄버거 먹고 싶어요. I want to eat more hamburgers. I want to eat more. More I want to eat. More I want to eat. Alright. So eventually, down the line, we're gonna have to go through everything again. We're gonna have to look through or listen through or whatever, everything over again from the beginning. Alright, just for review purposes. And also like Duolingo or Lingodeer or Babbel. I don't think it's Babbel, but Pimsleur, look through all the other things as well, not just Talk to Me in Korean, right? So we're about halfway. Okay, when we're done with level 1, what we're going to do is we're going to branch out into other things. Alright, to do other things, do other sort of tasks, other sorts of like, tools, right?
Hello everyone, this is Kyunghoon.
But for now, we finished level 1 of Talk to Me in Korean. After we branch out to other learning tools, then once we're comfortable, we come back, do some review, move on to level 2. That's basically the plan. That's the general plan, okay? Alright, check on here. Okay. Alright.
You are listening to Talk to Me in Korean, and we're joined in the studio by James once again.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, we're very happy that you're here.
감사합니다.
감사합니다 for coming. So in this lesson, we are going to learn something very, very essential in whatever language you're learning.
Whoa, what's that?
Because you will want to say a lot of things and you will want to do a lot of things when you go to Korea, when you come to Korea. We thought it would be very important to know how to say I want to do something in Korean.
Oh, 네, 맞아요.
네, 맞아요. So before we jump into what we're going to learn today, let's review a little bit. What did we learn in the previous lesson?
In the previous lesson, we learned how to say that something is delicious and also how to
맛있어요.
say thanks for the food you are
잘
going to eat.
먹겠습니다.
Okay, so what was
잘
it's delicious?
먹겠습니다.
맛있어요.
How about
맛있어요.
it's nasty?
맛없어요.
맛없어요. 맛없어요.
Is that part of the sentence?
No. You can say
맛없어요.
맛없어요.
맛없어요. Okay, and how do you say thank you for the food? I will
잘
definitely
먹겠습니다.
enjoy it.
잘 먹겠습니다.
잘 먹겠습니다.
잘 먹겠습니다.
잘
Okay, so
먹겠습니다.
in order to be able to have someone treat you, have someone buy some food for you, you need to express what you want to eat. You need to tell them that you want to eat something. You're hungry, you're thirsty, right?
Yeah, right.
So let's learn how to say I want to eat something. I want to eat 한우, Korean beef. I want to eat 족발, pig's feet. I want to eat hamburgers.
So in English, you actually add the expression want to before the verb, but in Korean, you need to change the end of the verb. So how would I do this, 경은 누나?
The basic structure is 고 싶어요.
고 싶어요.
고 싶어요.
So 고 싶어요, that means I want to, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so if I want to say I want to go somewhere, first how do I say to go?
You can say 가다.
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 Okay, so how would I say I want to go somewhere?
You can
가고.
drop the last letter
가고
다, and then you
싶어요.
can put
가고
the
싶어요.
basic structure 고 싶어요. So you can say 가고 싶어요.
가고 싶어요.
가고 싶어요.
가고 싶어요.
가고 싶어요.
Yeah.
가고 싶어요.
So now I know how to say I want to go somewhere,
Yeah, right.
but actually
Uh-huh.
I want to do a lot of things too. So how would I say I want to see something?
To see is 보다 in Korean.
보다.
보다. So you can say 보고 싶어요.
보고 싶어요.
보고 싶어요.
보고 싶어요.
Did someone talk about
보고.
missing me?
Oh, no, no.
보고.
Actually, I'm interrupting the
보고.
nice conversation between Kyungwon and James
보고
because
싶어.
this expression 보고 싶어요 is literally translated into English as I want to see, I want to watch, I want to look. But if you say it as a phrase, as a set phrase, 보고 싶어요 means I miss you.
I miss 소연.
소연 보고 싶어요?
네.
I don't miss
소연
at all.
보고 싶어요.
I was lying. Well, 보고 싶어요 is a very good expression to know. So please remember 보고 싶어요 if you forget everything else from this lesson. So if you know 보고 싶어요, you will know that 보다 has changed to 보고 싶어요, and you can use other words to make those verbs into this form. So 보고 싶어요, I miss you.
So now I'm going to interrupt your conversation with Kyungwon Nuna and
Okay.
talk to you about something that I know every guy on this planet wants to be able to say in Korean.
Oh, what would that be?
That would be I want to eat something,
Okay.
because every man loves to eat.
What about women? They wouldn't say that.
Probably not.
I know a lot of Korean girls are very shy to say that they want to eat something
Exactly.
to guys except for their boyfriends. But so let's look at how to say I want to eat. And the verb for to eat is 먹다.
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 Yes, we learned that in our last
먹고
lesson.
싶어요.
잘 먹겠습니다.
잘 먹겠습니다 is
잘
a
먹겠습니다.
variation of the verb 먹다. So
먹다,
remember
잘 먹겠습니다.
먹다.
먹다. So hyung, could just say 먹고 싶어요, right?
Exactly.
먹고 싶어요.
You're very smart, actually. 먹고 싶어요. So let's look at those three expressions that we went over. 가고 싶어요, 보고 싶어요, 먹고 싶어요. And for now, I think even if our listeners forget all these verbs, if you remember 고 싶어요 only, that's half a success. 고 싶어요.
A
보고
good success.
A
싶어요.
very good success. Well, actually more than half. So, James,
Yes.
뭐 먹고 싶어요? What do you want to eat?
뭐 먹고 싶어요? 회 먹고 싶어요.
회.
회.
Raw fish.
Right.
Do you like 회?
I love 회.
And in the last lesson, we were talking about some expensive food.
Oh, yes, we were.
Sounds like you only love expensive food.
Only when Kyungwoo Nuna takes us out to eat
And
dinner.
only when you have the chance to say 잘 먹겠습니다 to her, right?
Hey, wait. It was your turn to treat me. So you guys have to buy me 회. I really love 회. And sushi. 초밥.
Hyung, I think she got it wrong. I think today it will be Kyungwoo Nuna's turn to hear 잘 먹을게. 누나 잘 먹을게.
잘 먹을게.
Actually, I wanna eat hamburger and pizza and
먹을게.
회 and 삼겹살 and
잘
갈비 and 한우. Can you treat me, you guys?
아, 누나 돈이 없어요. 죄송합니다.
형은, come on. Is you having all those delicious dishes
Hey,
more
현우.
important than our listeners learning how to say?
Don't call my name. I hate you guys.
I know.
really miss 소영. 소영 보고 싶어요.
You miss her.
Yeah.
You want to see
I
her.
miss her a lot.
보고 싶어.
Wait a little while, she'll be back here in no time. But before we go, since James is a tall guy, he's a big guy, he
Yeah,
likes
right.
to eat a lot. And when you give him a little portion of raw fish, he will certainly want more. He will certainly want to eat more. So let's learn how to say more in Korean.
더.
You can say 더 in Korean. 더.
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 But be careful because this word 더 sounds more like the English THE, 더, 더. If you just say THE in English, 더, it's almost the same thing as the Korean 더
Yeah, right.
for the meaning more,
더.
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 So Kyungwon, how do you say I want to eat?
You can say 먹고 싶어요.
먹고 싶어요.
먹고 싶어요.
And how do you say I want to eat
더
more
먹고
of it
싶어요.
or I want to eat more? Where do you put that 더?
Yeah, James always told me like 더 먹고 싶어요.
더 먹고 싶어요.
더 먹고 싶어요.
So you actually put the 더 in front of the verb, not after.
Yeah, right. And can you guys remember the 주세요?
아, 주세요?
Yeah.
Give me
Yes. And you can put 더 in front of 주세요.
and say
더 주세요.
더 주세요.
더 주세요.
Well, there was a commercial about 15 years ago when I was young student back then. There was a TV commercial where a cute girl was asking for more orange juice or milk and she said 더 주세요 to
Ah, yeah,
her
I
mother.
remember.
Everybody
Yeah,
was
right.
mimicking her.
Yes,
Everybody
right.
was imitating. 더 주세요. I'm sure I don't sound half
Oh.
like her, but she was like 더 주세요. Very, very cute.
Yeah, she was very cute.
Oh.
She was.
Okay, not me.
Yeah, not you.
All right. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you everybody for listening. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us in the comment. We're waiting all day for the comments. We do nothing but just waiting for comments.
Okay.
Comment 더 주세요.
Comments 더 주세요.
더 주세요.
Well, that's kind of cute.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you.
Okay, 안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 가세요.
감사합니다. 안녕히 계세요.
안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 가세요. 안녕히 가세요.
You're listening to Talk to Me in Korean. Thank you for studying with Talk to Me in Korean. For more Korean lessons and our textbooks, please visit talktomeinkorean.com. You're listening to Talk to Me in
All right. What is that? 12 and 13. Yes. Okay. So that's done. We're gonna be back later to catch up for today. All right.